Hi, it's Kelly with Coffee Cups and Books, and today we're doing Viewer's Choice number 3. Now, first, the coffee cup of the day. Now, full disclosure, my husband used to work at Starbucks, so that's why I have so many Starbucks cups. This is one he received years ago when he became a coffee master. Now, he was like, please do not break this cup. It's unique. I can't get it again. They don't even use these anymore, so because this is years old. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try not to. But yes, I do collect Starbucks cups. I don't collect the cold cups. I have some. I've had students that have given me some of the long cold cups, and they're pretty, but I like real coffee cups that I can put hot coffee in and enjoy that. So yeah. Anyway, let's talk about Viewer's Choice. So this is the third video in my Viewer's Choice series. And what it is I pick 5 books from my TBR closet and I describe them all. And I let the viewers decide in the comments which book I should put on that next month's TBR. So the first book, the first time I did it, The Tainted Cup won. And so I read that in June. No, I read that in July. Sorry. And the second Viewer's Choice winner was Slow Dance by Rainbow Rowell, and that is for August. So now we're going to look at books for you to decide what I should read in September. Now, after doing my series I need to finish, I did 2 videos with 10 series each that I need to finish. And there are more I could probably put up on there. But yeah, after doing those 2 videos, I realized how many series I need to finish. And so I saw that there's something called Series September, and I want to do that. I want to concentrate on series in September, books that I need to get through to either finish the series or continue on with the series. So all of the books on this Viewer's Choice are part of a series that I've started. So hopefully I actually finish the series and read the book that is chosen. But whichever one is chosen, if I read it, it's a win. So yes, because I do need to get through all of these series. The first one I'm going to talk about is For the Throne by Hannah Whitten. This is the second book in a duology, the Walderwood duology. And I read For the Wolf in 2022. So it's been 3 years. And I don't really remember what happened in that book. So I'm going to have to read a summary before I read this one. But I do remember it is about 2 sisters. One is meant to be sacrificed to the Wolf of the Woods, which is what happens, what For the Wolf, the first book, is about. And the second sister is meant for the throne, to be the ruler. And that's what this book is about, the second sister. Actually, I think she's the firstborn. Yes, she's the first daughter. And the one that was to be sacrificed was the second daughter. So that's right. So this is the firstborn's book. Now, I remember... I believe there is a cliffhanger at the end of book 1. And I remember I was like, oh my gosh, I need to go get book 2. I want to know what happens. I can't wait. 3 years later, I still haven't read it yet. So I would like to eventually get to this book. So if it wins, I'll read it in September. And if not, I'll read it some other time. So yes, For the Throne by Hannah Whitten. Second book is The League of Gentlewomen Witches by India Holton. This is the second book in the Wisteria Society series. Now, the first book was The Wisteria Society for Lady Scoundrels, of Lady Scoundrels. I read that in 2023, so a couple of years ago. I remember really liking it. I don't think, I will read a summary of that, but I don't think it says as important to know what happened in that book to read this one. This is about Charlotte, who is part of a League of Witches. And it even says, using magic, they tidy, correct, and manipulate according to their notions of what is proper, entirely unlike those reprobates in the Wisteria Society. So they're like rivals. So that sounds really fun to me. So yes, and of course it looks like there's going to be a romance. Yes, I believe this is historical fantasy Victorian romance. So that'll be really fun. So yeah. So this is book 2 of a 3-book series. So yeah, if this one wins, I'll read it in September. Okay. The third book I have is the second in a series, and that is A Drop of Corruption by Robert Jackson Bennett. I read The Tainted Cup in July. Yes, I read The Tainted Cup in July, and I really enjoyed it. And so this is the second book this series is not finished. Believe there's only these 2 books that are out. So yeah, if I read this, I'll be up to date on the series. And it'll be good to read it now so I don't have to go back and reread a summary since I just read the first book last month. But it says, yes, this is an Anna and Din mystery, which is really fun. Anna is the main investigator and Din is her assistant. So yes, this is a fantasy Sherlock Holmes-esque series. And I believe the books are going to be like a different case. Like, I don't know if they're intertwined or not. I know the world is definitely the same, but yeah, I am really looking forward to this. It'll be really fun. So yes. And okay, I have to show this off. Look how pretty it is on the inside. Yes. So I really liked it. This was an Aardvark special edition. So this one and the Tate Cup. So I had to get them. But yes, A Drop of Corruption by Robert Jackson Bennett is the 3rd book on this list. Okay. The 4th book on my list is Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. I read the first book in this series, Ninth House, in 2021. So yeah, it's been about 4 years, and I'm definitely gonna have to read a summary of what happens. But I know this is the Alex Stern. I believe it's a duology. I think it's just the 2 books. So I'll have to read the summary of the first one. But it's about Alex, who is a student at Yale, and it's paid for because she can't afford to attend Yale, but it's paid for by some mysterious benefactors who basically want to use her to spy on secret societies at Yale. And so that's what she does. So yeah, I remember really enjoying the first one. And so yeah, I do want to read the second one. This weird wet rabbit looks kind of weird to me, but I'm not the biggest fan of this cover, but that's okay as long as I like what's on the inside, right? So yeah. And yeah, this came out in January 2023. So yeah, it's over 2 years old. And I bought it then. So yeah, Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. And the last book that you can choose is, it's a big one. And it's Skyward Flight, the collection. And it's by Brandon Sanderson and Janci Patterson. And what this is a bind up of 3 novellas in the Skyward Flight series. Now, I looked up and I've read the first 2. You're supposed to read Sunreach and Redawn before you read Cytonic, which is the 3rd official book in the series. And Evershore you can read in tandem with Cytonic. So if I'm going to continue that series, I need to get to this first. Now, it's a big boy because there are 3 novellas in it. So, but I do need to continue with the series. I've had it for a while. I read Starsight, the 2nd book in the series, in 2021. So it's been a while. So I'm definitely going to have to read summaries of Skyward and Starsight to remember what happens. Yes, but I would like to continue with the series. I own all of the books in this series, so there's no excuse for me not to read them. So anyway, let me go over again what the 5 books are that you can choose from. And please write in the comments below what you would like me to read. And if you've read any of these and what you thought about them. Okay, so Brandon Sanderson and Janci Patterson, Skyward Flight, which is a bind up of 3 novellas in the Skyward Flight series, which is in the Skyward series. Sorry. Yes, and this is YA sci-fi, in case you didn't know. Okay. The next book is Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. This is the 2nd in the Alex Stern series. I believe it is a duology. And this is, I would say, urban fantasy. I will call it an urban fantasy. The next book is A Drop of Corruption by Robert Jackson Bennett. And this is the 2nd in an ongoing series, and it is fantasy, mystery, very Sherlock Holmes-esque. The next book is The League of Gentlewomen Witches by India Holton. And this is adult historical fantasy romance. So yes. And this is the 2nd and a 3rd in a 3-book series. And the last book you can choose is For the Throne by Hannah Witten. This is the 2nd book in a YA fantasy duology. So, yes. So please let me know in the comments which book you think I should put on my September TBR, and I will do my absolute best to get to it. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Thursday. And have a wonderful day. And remember, life is too short to drink that coffee. So don't do it.